AJ here back on the Golden for you. So here we are, guys, to another episode of 3NN News. That's right, guys. That's the 304 News Network. We talk about these 304s acting an absolute fool. And guys, today we're going to talk about McDonald's, because as McDonald's has had it, right? They've had it. Because as all these single moms, so they're out here trying to be strong and independent.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
And that means letting Nug, Pookie, Gavin, and Nug 11 shoot up the club, right? And guys, we all know what happens after that, right?
You didn't have second thoughts. Now you a single mom. Now you a single mom.
And all these knucklehead chicks have babies by Pookie, and there's all these POOKIEMON running around. I wanna be the very best. And guys, there's Pikachu, right? There's Nugglypuff, right? There's Glockmander. And these knuckleheads are running up to McDonald's and acting a damn fool. So now, guys, McDonald's has had it, right? They've had it. So they're actually putting age limits and saying that anyone under 21 cannot come into the McDonald's. So guys, we'll get into this, but before we do, like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I have a second channel called 50 and 304s. That's linked in the description. If you join my Discord, check out the playlist at the end. Guys, hit the join button or the link in the description because I'm offering memberships now. Thanks to all you guys that are already members. I really, really appreciate that. And guys, let's get into this. This first story is from New York, guys. And then we have another story from Virginia because there's multiple states doing this. Here we go.
Teens like to hang out after school, but now one McDonald's in Brooklyn is barring anyone under the age of 20 from entering their restaurant without an accompanying adult.
A sign went up on the door announcing the policy change last week, and as Fox Eye's Arthur Sheehan explains, it comes after several incidents at that location.
Guys, this news anchor here, man, she can get it, man. You know what I mean?
She's like all these babes. You get their pilot lit, they can start a leaf blower.
Most retailers look for ways to increase foot traffic, but the McDonald's at 2154 Nostrand Avenue in Brooklyn is doing the opposite. As the sign on the door shows, anyone under 20 needs an ID or a parent to get in.
Look at that.
While some dislike the new door policy being enforced by a trio of security guards and backed up by NYPD officers outside, the reasoning is plain. McDonald's locations are all too often the scene of violent crimes, and both the victims and perpetrators can often be young. Those who patronize this location themselves have seen issues.
What have you seen happening?
They jump the security guard, the Grubhub guy, fights, jumps.
They be like blocking the doorway, blocking the ATM machine.
Some point out the children need a place to congregate and after-school options. And locals tell Fox 5 a new recreation center should be opening soon. But NYPD stats show without it, there have already been nearly 30 911 calls to this location in this young year, which is set to exceed the past 3 years, during which more than 100 911 calls were made for this location every year. And with that, the new door policy has its fans.
I would suggest they keep up with the IDing people. Honestly, I feel like that's the best, and it's just like what you have to do. Do what you have to do, honestly.
While this McDonald's is making waves because it's the first one we know of in the city that's doing this, some people out here say they would support other retailers if they decide to do the same.
I'll be supportive because they're a bother. They don't know how to behave.
A feeling that may make the door policy at this McDonald's food for thought for other retailers in the city. In Flatbush, Brooklyn, Arthur Chien, Fox 5 News.
Look at that, guys. Old Jamaican granny. She said,
Bombacan!
These little Pokemon, man. We have another story. Here we go, guys.
Someday, maybe today. Welcome to McDonald's. Can I see your ID? Sounds weird, right?
Yeah, it does. Well, that's the greeting you'll get at one Brooklyn location. It's only letting young people in under certain circumstances. And our Kieran Dillon joins us live from outside that McDonald's in Flatbush. And Kieran, what has led to this new policy for them?
Hi, guys. Good evening. Well, that's a bit complicated. The owner says that there are crime issues, safety issues in this area, and that is why he has installed this policy. Now, we have been here at this McDonald's in Flatbush for much of the day. Actually, the NYPD was even here for the last hour or so. They just wrapped up. But you look at this door here, this front door, there have been security guards in and outside of the McDonald's throughout the day. And there's also a clear sign on the front door that says if you are under 20 years old, you're not allowed inside without a parent. If you're looking to dine under the Golden Arches but are under 20 years old, you're out of luck at this McDonald's at Nostrand and Flatbush Avenues in Brooklyn. Security watching customers as they come in. The sign on the door reads, "No one under the age of 20 is allowed in this restaurant without a parent and proper identification."
They're doing a lot of fighting, violence, and then destroying people's property.
Is that Lil Wayne?
Locals say the policy isn't surprising because of violence and nuisances in and outside the shop.
People just come here for unnecessary reasons and choose to fight.
They're crazy in this McDonald's and they do too much. They jump people, jump delivery workers, jump the security, and
they're all your cousins, and I guarantee all the chicks that we saw are letting all those nug-nugs shoot up the club, right, guys?
Terrorize people that are in there.
The owner of the McDonald's, a Brooklyn-born military veteran, says the decision to ID customers is a way to prioritize safety, adding the business is working with police and the Business Improvement District to increase the number of guards on duty and the hours they work in an effort to keep employees and customers safe. The NYPD says in 2024, it received 111 911 calls from inside and in front of the location.
Damn!
Up from 103 calls in 2023. There were 121 calls in 2022.
Look at that!
63 in 2021 and 60 in 2020. This group of teenagers went into McDonald's when we were there. They card you?
No, they just let me in.
Despite being under 20, they were not carded and had their own thoughts on why.
We do go in there and get food. Maybe they recognize us or something.
The teens add they're used to being ID'd since the Target around the corner also doesn't allow those under 18 in without an adult.
Guys, I'm going to do a story on that because Target's had it too, man. You know what I'm saying? Target's had it with all these Pookemon having Pookemon battles in their stores. You know what I mean?
For the policy, customers are split.
They're doing this for a reason. People over 20 don't be doing this because we don't have time to fight. We got bills to pay.
I love it until they learn another policy. Keep it up.
It's unfair because it's discrimination towards everybody under 20. It's not everybody coming here to fight. Some people are just trying to enjoy.
But I guarantee that you know of the knuckleheads who do. Right? Or you've blown one of the ones who has, right, guys? Knucklehead.
So the owner of this McDonald's says if you are under 20 years old and want to order food, you can actually do so at this walk-up window or on the mobile app and then pick it up here. This window is open 24 hours a day. Reporting from Flatbush, Karen Dillon, Pix 11 News.
There it is, guys, right? There it is. Now let's go to Virginia. Clown world.
Fairfax County McDonald's is restricting the age of customers who can dine inside. Good evening, I'm Scott Thuman. We first showed you this sign last night at 11 o'clock. It states, if you're over 21, you must ring a doorbell to be let in. This is at the McDonald's in Franconia near Thomas Edison High School. And new at 6 o'clock tonight, we spotted a team being denied entry. 7 News' Jay Korf is live there now. And Jay, the change comes after recent fights involving teenagers.
Yeah, you know, management here is just sick and tired of Thomas Edison High School students coming over here, really taking over the inside of the dining room, getting into fights, trashing the bathroom, throwing their garbage all over the place. You know, so now the doors are locked, but the restaurant is still open.
Look at that.
And it only happens with the kids. The normal community comes here, everybody interacts, they're great.
The McDonald's on Franconia Road in Fairfax County kicked off new safety measures, angering teenagers and thrilling adults.
I think it's a great thing. This is the first time in probably 5 years I sat down for 15 minutes in this McDonald's and enjoyed a hamburger.
Look at this. All I wanted was some French fries, man.
To get into this McDonald's, customers are greeted at all entrances, which are locked, with a sign saying they have to be over 21 to dine inside. A doorbell alerts a staff member who lets you in. As you can see, they're happy to greet some customers, while others get denied.
Get out.
According to a spokesperson for this franchise, student violence and disrespectful behavior erupts here at least once a week, and staff and customers are sick of it. Thomas Edison High School is just across the street.
Now, guys, let's pump the brakes, right? Let's pump the brakes. Guys, so I used to live in the DMV area. DMV is the DC area, right? With Maryland, Virginia, kind of in that area. And guys, I used to go to this Dunkin' Donuts to get coffee, and there was a high school like right down the way. Yeah, it's right when these kids were out to lunch. That whole area, the Dunkin' Donuts, the Pizza Hut, the Chipotle, there was like a Subway, all hell would break loose, guys. It's crazy. There's always cop cars. You know what I'm saying? Guys, the moment that there was like any lunchtime, the kids would just go to Chipotle, and all of a sudden it was...
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Clown world, right?
And I come here every morning. You know, I get my sausage biscuit and my hash brown.
Robert Hancaskey says for nearly 50 years, he's been frequenting this McDonald's.
This has been slowly manifesting probably over 10 years.
He says high school students routinely trash the bathrooms, start fights in the dining area, and generally provide an unpleasant experience for everyone.
The fighting is the problem, you know what I'm saying? You'll get one, it'll call, and they're pretty brazen, you know what I mean? And the management try to step in, and, you know, these kids are pretty violent. You know, they're not really kids, let's be honest. They're young adults.
In a prepared statement, this McDonald's local owner said in part...
Yeah, guys, you already said local owners. Guys, most McDonald's are franchises, right? So this is someone's livelihood. This is a small business owner who saved up the money. It's a franchise McDonald's, and some POOKIEMON are in here just messing up the place.
Enhanced our Franconia Road McDonald's security measures to promote a safe environment for our staff and customers. This policy was developed in partnership with local school officials and oversight from local law enforcement.
But they're just trying to stop the violence, you know what I mean? It's just stop the, you know, because it's not fair to, you know, any other customer comes in here just for a sandwich or a hard-working person, and they got to put up a bunch of idiots.
Now, we should note that parents with children, of course, are welcome into the dining room. And if you're under 21, you can certainly go through the drive-thru. You can do the mobile app and get your food curbside. So that's a situation there. Now, we should note, I reached out personally to both the police department to find out about the number of calls here. We know it's been a lot. They never got back in touch with us. The school system did get back in touch with us because we wanted to know what was going on. And they said that they alerted the entire student body to this situation, and they expect these students to act accordingly.
Like that's gonna do anything, please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Come on, man. They actually think that's gonna do anything? And guys, I hope that more and more places ban these knuckleheads. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get to the point, guys, where they'll probably have to ban teenagers out of movie theaters. You know, you see Target's already doing it, Walmart, you know? You know what I mean? Because, guys, these kids, you know, 7-Elevens, all these corner stores, you know? Because what else can you do? These hoodlums come in here, these POOKIEMON, and they trash the place, you know? And, guys, they're lucky that no one, you know, is carrying. Some, you know, 45-year-old guy getting off shift, he's just trying to eat his burger. These POOKIEMON are destroying the place and threatening him, and then all of a sudden he has to start shooting. So, all right, you guys, let me know what you think. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, 3NN News. I'm out of here.